Hey guys, welcome back to etlqalabs. This is Hetu, and in this video we will look at lookup transformation in Informatica. So what we will do is we will try to understand what exactly is the lookup transformation, why do we need to use the lookup transformation, and then we will also understand what are the different type of lookup transformations. And guys, lookup transformation is a little vast because we have got couple of lookup transformation within that itself, right? Types. So let's understand the basics of it first, and then we will use the most frequently used lookup transformation type, and we will try to understand how we do code it. And in this session, guys, I will try to show you how exactly I will try to design, end-to-end job so that you also get some idea, so when you go for interview, somebody is asking how to write the lookup transformation, how do you code it, have you seen it, etc. So then you will be able to answer those questions also, right? So I thought that I will show you that as well. And then maybe from the next session onward, I think I will need to take up a couple of session on lookup transformation because of its variation, and we have got a lot of varieties in it. So but the basic concept is still same, right? So what is the purpose of lookup, right? So that is still there, but yeah, little bit variation will be there, so that we will cover it, guys. And in this session, mostly we will try to understand theoretical bit, and then after that we will design, we will run it, and we will see that how the data is loaded, what exactly is loaded in the target table. All right. So, all right, guys. So let's start then. So about lookup transformation, right? So it is used to fetch the data from lookup table. So what is lookup table, guys? Lookup table is basically one one source, right? Not basically source that is coming from your source system, but this is in between the pipeline when you start designing your mapping. In between, if you need something to be derived from some external sources or some external reference table, or maybe it can be it can be a database or table, or it can be flat file, any kind of source. So if you need to refer some of the value from the other sources, then we use basically lookup transformation, and that reference table or the system is called as a lookup table, right? Yeah, lookup table. So, and guys, this lookup transformation can be active and passive both. Okay. So we will see that how it as we progress it. For now, you know that, and it can also be connected and unconnected. So I will show you now what is connected. I mean, I already discussed it, but I will show you. And then unconnected, right? So unconnected is basically the transformation is not at all connected to the pipeline. Yeah. So it will exist somewhere else. So that is what the unconnected transformation means. Now and after that, we will see the join condition, right? So normally in joiner transformation, we have seen that we have only equality operator, right? But in lookup transformation, we have got less than, equal to, greater than, etc. All of them are valid, right? And we can use all of them. And then join type is left outer join, guys. This is the by default join condition that we use in lookup transformation. So one thing that if you, I have covered already the joiner transformation before. So you can very well, just compare it, with regards to joiner transformation. Okay, it is not exactly same, but then you can still understand, because in joiner transformation we use, let's say, left outer join, and with respect to left outer join you can understand that how the lookup transformation, because it is also similar to join, but yeah, in lookup transformation we have got a lot of different features that we can use. Okay, so once we go to we start coding, we will be able to understand, guys, what exactly it means. So let's do one thing. Let's start and go to designer and start creating a mapping, guys. Okay. So see, this is my Informatica designer. So in Informatica designer, we have to write all the code, right, for the lookup transformation. So now what we will do is we have to create a mapping. Okay. So this is the first step. in fact, before that, I think we have two more steps. Yeah. So basically, to import the source and target, guys. Okay. So let's see if we already have source. I think we already have because we have already imported as part of joiner transformation. Okay. So let's see that. So second, let me go there. Tools. I'll say source analyzer, guys. This is the place where we will, import the source. So you see, guys, when I clicked here, I already have this couple of tables basically already imported. Students, department. This is part of previous projects, but they will still be there because these sources we have already imported from the databases. Okay. So if you want to see that how to import, let's say I just want to delete it. Okay, I just want to show you from starting, guys. All right, so let me delete, not okay, deleting it. This also I will delete it. Okay, so delete it from workspace. Okay, all right. Now what we will do is we will try to import it from the database. Okay, because these are the tables, right? So we have to import it from database, not from file, right? Because the different source systems, but we will take it from database. So this is my database, guys. Okay, HR underscore dip. This is my source database. That's where all of my tables are there. Okay, so within here I have employee table, guys. I need only employee table from the source. Okay, so you see when I selected it is already, I will save it. Now I will go to target because I need one target table as well. Okay, so where is that? Let me go to target designer, guys. Yeah, and here also I have so many tables. Yeah, so this is the one I'm interested. I think I already have it as part of my previous runs. So AMP target, maybe I don't need this as well, or maybe I can just remove all of them, doesn't matter, guys. Yeah, so now let me just import. So we again have to import it from database, and this is my user ID password. I will connect it to, this is the target database, guys, or the warehouse I would say, right? And I have this particular table which is having the relevant column. Okay, you see employee number, employee name, department number, department name. Okay, so this is my target table, guys, and I have shown you my source table also. I will just remove this, guys, because I don't need it, just to avoid confusion. Okay, okay, so this we have imported, and this table is having employee number, employee name, salary, and department number, right? Department number, but department name is not there. So department name we will actually derive it from the lookup table. And what is that lookup table? We have got department, what is that, DEPT, department. Yeah, that table is having the department name as well. Yeah, so let's try to see that. So we have imported it, and now what we will do is we will go and create mapping. Yeah, the coding basically. So these are just, we imported source target, and now we will go to mapping designer. This is the one. Okay, here. Now I will create a mapping. I'll give a name of this mapping. So I'll start m under means mapping, and then lkp lookup. All right, that's all, guys. Okay, lookup dept maybe because I want to look up on the department table. Okay, name we already got it here. See, now what we will do is we will try to, yes, we will okay, so we have to import here, right? We have to import the source and target. We have to pull it. So let me go to view. I think, yeah, now we have where is source? This is source. So I have employee. Okay, all right, guys. Now I have, this is target. Got it? So now, guys, see, let me close it. So what exactly I am going to do it here is, see, so in the joiner condition, what we were doing actually, if I would take the department table here, and then I will join, I will use a joiner condition here, right here, and then I will just join, right, and then based on department number from employee, the source qualifier, and department number from department, I can actually populate this. So this is kind of, we can use a joiner transformation here. Okay. But in case of lookup, okay, we will use the lookup to achieve this. So again, I will take employee number, employee name, these two columns, and department number also from here maybe we can take. But department name we are missing, right? So department name is there in the DEPT table. Okay. So that table will be the lookup table for me. Okay. Now what I will do is here I need to create one transformation that will be lookup transformation here basically. Okay. So I will just type it here, lookup. I got it. Now I will, okay, sorry guys, I think lookup, okay, something is wrong. Okay, got it. That's fine. Lookup. I don't know why it is happening, but yes. Okay. Now I will say transformation TRF and LKP and DEPT. All right. Let me do it. Okay. Now guys, it is asking, where exactly you are going to do the lookup. So in this case, I have three places. That's where I can look for this particular table. Okay. So one place it can be source qualifier. Here I have not imported. I can also look at the target. If that particular target, database, target schema is having that particular lookup table. But in our case, we are actually going to look at the source. Yeah. So that's where I have this table actually. Okay. Now I will say OK and I will say done. All right. So this we got it here, guys. You see, got it here. Now what we will do is, so see, I have the department name. I want actually department to be connected here, yeah, and that is how I will get the data. But on what basis? I have to basically pull this. Okay, here the department number has to be connected. Okay, sorry, not this. Here actually, let me just do it. So we are actually joining the department number from this table, okay? Because see, as I pulled it, it has. It, I will just put the name, okay? This is SRC. We are getting this from source, right? Just to distinguish it, guys. Okay, we have done it here. Now, this particular department number. Based on this, I will join it. One second, is it some problem? Okay. No, guys. Okay, one second. Let me try again. I think I got some problem. And here, maybe I can do one thing. I can just, is it possible to change the name, guys? Okay. I will say input, or maybe I will say source, right? Because this department number is coming from the source table. Okay. Now it will be fine. Now I have to create one transformation lookup. Okay. So I will say TRF transformation lookup DPT. Okay. Sorry guys, one second. Now again, I will look for this particular table because that's where I have the department name column. Okay. Now I got this here. Now guys, see, I have to use this department number to join on this particular department number. Okay. All right. Now what I will do is I will use these two columns. I will connect it to the target. This is target, and I will use these two columns to populate these two columns. Okay. I can use this also, means department number underscore src. It will be same only, okay, because we are actually putting the join condition, right? So I can use this or I can use that, okay. So that's fine. Okay. Now this is done, guys. Let me put the lookup condition here, okay. So in this case, I have this property, you see. I have couple of properties here. For example, lookup caching enabled. This will help you, if we have huge amount of data in the lookup table, then caching will enable you, right, to read the things. So caching will happen here. This is very important, guys. Lookup policy and multiple match. So what will happen is I'll show you. Use any value. I will say use first value, guys. Okay. Then I say use first value. Let's see if everything is done. Okay, everything is done. Okay, no, I think I have the lookup condition that I still need to do. So guys, this is from the lookup table. This means the department table. I have two columns you see here, and this is coming from what? This is coming from the source table. Source table, guys, right? That is employee table. Okay, all is done now. Okay, now what we'll do is we will go to Oracle. Okay, let me see that. Okay, so I have these two tables. I will show you what exactly we should expect. Okay, and then select star from the EPT. Okay, I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 guys, and 10 is duplicate. I will show you this. Okay, specifically I have put this 10 and I put the department name. This is not a valid, entry because department number 10 cannot have two department name, right? This is invalid, but I will show you. Okay, what that does I mean to do it. Okay, now you see that this is some information. Now what in my target, what I am going to do is I am going to take employee number, employee name, department number. Let's say I will take it from here, department number and the department name, corresponding department name. So what will happen is we are putting the equality condition, guys, right? So what will happen is whatever is matching, let's say for 10 it is matching, then it will show you IT department. Okay, because and 20 against finance department, etc., it will show you. Whatever is not matching, for example 60, 90, 70 and all, because we do not have department number in department table. So what will happen is they will be displayed as null. The department will be displayed as null because in lookup it is by default it is going to support the left outer join, guys. Okay, that we should note it. Okay, however, in joiner condition, okay, this is how it is. So I will do one thing. I will try to cover what is difference between lookup and joiner because they are kind of little similar, but there are differences. So for now, you understand that in lookup transformation, we are always performing the left outer join. So what will happen? Everything from this table will be 17 rows will be coming, but when it will come to and department number will also come, right? Because they are there. But when it comes to department name, only matching will have the department name. Matching department number will have the department name. Other will be having null. Okay. So this is what my expectation is, guys. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's delete if there is anything in this particular table. Delete from emp underscore d. Okay, dept I guess. Okay. So this is deleted. Okay, I will commit it. Now nothing is there. Okay. Let me show you also. No, guys. Okay, one second. Select star from emp dept. All right, nothing is there. Yes. Now I should get 17 record, but let me show you one more condition here. Okay. So it is saying, okay, it is use first value, guys. Okay, I'll show you what does it mean. Okay, but let's try to run it now. Okay, so we cannot run it, guys, right now. What we have to do is we have to create. So this is the design, right? This is the code, right? Now we have to run it. So for that we have to create a workflow. Let's go to workflow. Sorry, let me create a workflow here. I'll say workflow L lookup. I will say lookup department. Okay, let me create it quickly. And within workflow, I have to connect. So I am clicking it here on the session because I need session also. Yeah. So session should be basically lookup transformation. Where is lookup? Is that is it this? Okay, not this, guys. One second. One second. Sorry. Let me go to mapping. Okay. Did I validate it? Okay. Let me show you. So when I validated it, it should ideally come here. So it is m underscore lookup underscore department. Yeah. So let's go there and see. Not here. workflow, yeah. So it should be all right. Here it is. Okay. Now let me connect it to link it so that this is how guys we have to do all the time. Yeah. Now this is workflow is created. Now let me change the properties. Okay. From where it is supposed to take and all those things. So mapping. This is source. This is fine. This is basically target. So I have to change this connection to Oracle because we are taking it. Sorry, we are taking it from target Oracle, right? Fine. Now this bulk will be normal and nothing else is needed to be changed. Okay. Okay. One more thing, guys. I think I need to change one more thing here. This one, lookup department, right? This is also coming from source, right? So this is already looks like in source only. No need to do anything. Now everything is fine. Okay. Let's run it. Now let me try to run it and I should actually get the data uploaded into that particular EMP underscore DEPT with the department name for the matching. Okay, let's go to workflow monitor. Yeah, so this is where it is running. I see this is the session, this is the workflow. Within workflow I have this only single session and this session is actually running now. And let's see once it is succeeded. Yes guys, it is succeeded. Now we should get the data populated in our target table. So what is this target table? Let me run it. EMP underscore, sorry, 1 second, DPT. You see guys, exactly what I said, right? So 17 rows, we can see it here, 17 rows. Everything, because it is left outer join guys, as I said, right? So everything from this employee table is coming, right? But okay, so this is very interesting thing, right? Why we do not have department number here? Because this department number and department name is coming from the lookup table, okay? And lookup table in this case is the table which does not match. So only matching column from this table, okay? Means employee number, employee name we are taking from source. That's why we are getting everything. Now if we want department number here completely and then department number can be anyways null because these are not matching. We need 70, 80, 90 something like that, all those. So what we have to do is we have to change one thing guys. Okay, so you see guys, because this is the lookup table, okay, I have taken department number from here rather than I should take this department source. Okay, then I will get all the department data for all the department. Okay, so let me try to run it. Okay, let me before that. Okay, let me. So here I should get all the department number populated. Department name will be blank. Okay, so let me delete it first. Okay, from EMP underscore DPT. All right, commit. Now let me run it and we will see how it works. Okay, so okay, let's see. Let's go to monitor and see if it is running fine. So it is running fine. Let's see once data is loaded, then we will go and we will check uh, if data is populated right. Now this time we are expecting the department number, employee name, department number should have all the value. Only department name will be missing for the department numbers which are not matching between these two tables. Okay, so let's go guys. Now it's loaded. Now okay, let me do one thing. Let me okay, second. So yeah. So now okay. Alright guys, that's what I was telling you, right? So here you see 70s and 90s are also updated. Only thing is what we did not get is the department name because for 90, 70 and 60 we do not have data in my department table, right? So here we have only 10, 20, 40, I mean 50, right? And to 10 to 50, 60, 70, whatever is there, that is not there. That's why we do not have the department number because it is left outer join guys, right? So it is performing left outer join on employee and department table. So left table is the employee table. That's why everything is coming from employee table. Okay. Now hope this is clear. And so yes guys, I wanted to cover this first of all, and let's do one thing. Let's try to understand, quickly what is the difference between joiner and the lookup transformation, guys. Okay, so let me open a notepad. Okay, so when I say joiner, no, let me do one thing. Let me open an Excel. Okay, Excel will be better. So you know that the joiner and lookup both are similar. Okay, that's why I'm just showing you differences here, and this can be one of the important interview question as well. Yeah, people might ask you why do we use lookup when we have joiner transformation. Okay, now we have here lookup. Okay, so we are talking about connected lookup, guys. Yeah. So this is all connected lookup. See, we have the connected lookup connected in the work this pipeline actually. That's why we are talking about connected lookup today. Okay. We also have to talk about unconnected lookup. I will show you and I'll code and tell you. Now joiner is basically all sort of joins, supported. Yeah. So we support left outer join, inner join, right outer join, full outer join, etc. all type. But here we only support left outer join. Okay, outer join. Now equality condition we have only equal to, right? Okay, equal to condition, join condition that we are putting. Yeah. Okay, I think I need to write it, guys. Equal condition. Here we have less than, greater than. I'll show you here as well. Yeah, I'll show you the condition here. So you see here, guys, less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to, all those kind of, the equality condition is here. Okay, but in joiner we have only equal to. Now, guys, one more thing. Okay, what else? So in joiner, basically, in joiner, we are always taking those heterogeneous, right? It is basically to join the heterogeneous sources, right? So we are always taking it from here only, from the source, right? So I need to pull two sources. One may be flat file, one may be the employee table, something like that. In this case, maybe the department table. I have to pull it from here only. Then I have to join it here using joiner, right? But here, what we are doing is basically in the middle of the workflow, we are actually able to, perform the lookup. Basically, lookup means actually I am using department number from this particular pipeline transformation, and I am looking up in this particular table for this department number. What is the matching? So matching, and based on that matching condition, we are populating the department name here, right? So this is similar to join only, but in join we are actually using the those two sources from starting only. We are not putting it here, right? Okay. Now what else? Yeah, I mean, lookup transformation has got so many variations I showed you, right? The conditions, right? That's all those conditions you can use it. And yeah, I think these are pretty much. I think this is for the connected lookup, guys. And I will show you maybe the unconnected lookup later. But next session will be very interesting, guys. How do we test this lookup condition? Okay. So that will be very interesting. So let's wait for that session. I will try to create that session soon. I will do a video for that. And then interesting will be to see that what are the transformation, what are the validations that we are going to put to test the this lookup condition. Okay. So hope, guys, this has given you some insights about how to create Informatica job, right? And guys, what is job? So here I will show you again. So this is the workflow, right? Now if you see in the monitor, no, this is the job basically. So this is job. This particular is a job. So this is job actually, and we are running this job, and then it is basically succeeded. The job is succeeded. Then we are actually seeing whether the data is loaded. We can also see some kind of session log, etc. here. Okay. So let's see some more properties about lookup because it is little vast, so I will try to cover it. Hope this is you are able to follow this up and you are able to understand. And that's all for this session, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you soon with the next video. Until then, happy learning and God bless you. Bye.